All right. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing today? I hope everyone's having a great day. It is evening here. I kind of messed up my live. I actually scheduled it for the wrong day, but I have it fixed now. Let me just quickly change my settings here. There we go. Okay, so yes, how is everybody today? Is everybody having a good day? I'm just going to wait a little bit for people to start joining. Once you join, we can get started. All right. I made a mistake and I actually scheduled the live for the wrong time. I scheduled it for tomorrow, but it is today. So I'm just going to fix that on the YouTube site here as well. So just bear with me for a second and then we can get started with the lesson today. Today's actually going to be a part 2 lesson, but even if you missed the first part of the lesson, that's okay. We'll do a quick review of that lesson and we will get into the part 2 of it as well. All right, 1 second. Okay. There we go. I think I fixed it on YouTube. Hopefully it's fine. And we're going to get started very soon here. We got some people joining right now. So, okay. Sorry. I'm going to put that lesson on the screen. If this is your first time joining me live, I always put my lessons onto the screen so everybody can see the lesson document. If you are watching on a replay, the lesson will be on the screen. As I said at the beginning, this will be a part 2 lesson. So if you didn't watch the first one, that's fine. It is on my channel. So if you just go onto my channel site, just go into the live section and you will see part 1 there. Today we're going to be studying so and such. So and such. So we've already done this before. And so and such basically mean very. Okay, so instead of saying very all the time, we have been starting to use words like so and such. We use them differently, so we'll go over a quick review of how we use these. And then in today's lesson, we're going to expand on this and we're going to make our lessons longer. All right, so that's the goal today, is trying to make our sentences longer and sounding more like a fluent native English speaker. All right, so let me just put the screen, let me put the lesson onto the screen right now. And we'll start with a quick review. I'm just going to go over quickly what the grammar is using so and such. Good evening, YFS. Yes, sorry. When I was scheduling the lesson, it actually scheduled it for tomorrow. I made a mistake. I thought it was the 10th today, but it's the 9th. So I have changed that, but thank you for joining. Okay, so let's share the screen here, and we are going to be doing so and such, and we're going to go over the grammar at the very beginning. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because I've already done this lesson. So if you want a more in-depth overview of this lesson, then please watch that one, which is on my channel. It's in the live area. So as I said before, so and such, basically they have the same meaning, and it means very. So means very, and such means very. So it means very or great or amazing. And that's what, instead of always saying very, it's a lot you'll sound more like a native speaker if you use the word like so or such. Now, how we make the sentences are different. If I use so, it's going to be followed by an adjective or an adverb, and that's it. We don't say anything after that. So, for example, the movie was so good. The movie was so good. I can say something like, he speaks English so well. Okay, this means very well. Now, if you look at number 2, such is a little bit different. We also use an adjective, but we also will include a noun. So such is going to be such, adjective, and a noun. So instead of saying it was a great movie, or it was a very good movie, what I could say in this situation is I could say it was such a good movie. So such a good is my adjective, and then movie is my noun. We could say she is wearing such a beautiful dress. He has such blue eyes. That means the eyes are very blue. Her dress is very beautiful. So and such mean very, but how we make the sentences are a little bit different. So just to do a quick little review of this, let's go to, I'm going to scroll down quickly. Sorry if this hurts your guys' eyes. And we've got the section called review. So in this part here, we're just going to review the grammar for so and such. So all I want you to do is read the sentence and then choose if you are going to use so or if you are going to use such. This will be a warm-up activity just to get you comfortable using so and such. So, number 1, my apartment is something small. My apartment is something small. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so everybody can see. My apartment is something small. What would your answer be here? We got some more people joining here. Yo, good evening. Hi, how are you today? And XYZ hit. I think you're probably trying to say hi. Hi, XYZ. Hi, XYZ. And hello, Dio, as well. So we're reviewing so and such, and then we're going to expand on that. YFS's answer is A. My apartment is so small. Perfect. Number 2, I had something, a bad sleep yesterday. Is it going to be A or B? All right, Dio, your answer is A2. Perfect. For number two, I had something, a bad sleep yesterday. XYZ, you said B, such a bad sleep yesterday. Perfect. YFS, B. Dio, B. Perfect. All right, we're going to go through this really quickly because we want to get to the more difficult part here. Number 3, your handwriting is something messy. Is it going to be A or B? Your handwriting is something messy. XYZ, A. Dio, A. Perfect. YFS, A. Perfect. All right. Number 4, it is something, a boring movie. It is something, a boring movie. Is it going to be A or B? It is something, a boring movie. And we've got YFS with B. Deal with B. Perfect. It is such a boring movie. Very good. And last one for the review. The ocean in Hawaii looks something. The ocean in Hawaii looks something. Is it so beautiful or such beautiful? The ocean in Hawaii looks. And we've got YFS with A, so beautiful, and Yo with A, so beautiful. Perfect. Okay, that was just the quick review of how we use so and such. We needed to review this because we're going to use this in today's lesson as well. But today we're going to make our sentences longer. We are going to be making sentences that are so and such, but we're also going to be including a result. We're going to be including a follow-up information after so and such. So if we look at today's grammar is we are going to be using so and such plus my result. So and such plus a result. Now, in today's grammar, the beginning part is not going to change. I'm going to be using so plus an adjective. After that, I want you to include the word that, a subject, and a verb. So basically, this information here, the subject and verb, is going to be follow-up information to that adjective. It's going to be some type of result. Now, the bottom is the same. We're going to have such and an adjective and a noun. That's the same. But again, we're going to be including a subject and verb, and that's going to be giving us a result. So let's look at an example sentence. Let's look at this example sentence. It says, the movie was so good. The movie was so good. We've already learned that. The movie was so good. The movie was very good. So we want to add extra information. We want to add a result to this. So the movie was so good that I want to watch it again. The movie was so good that I want to watch it again. Now, after the that, we can see we've got our that is right here. Our subject is going to be I. And then our verbs, we've got want to, and we've got watch. So we're giving extra information about the movie. The movie was so good that I want to watch it again. Let's look at the next example. The TV was so quiet that I couldn't hear what they said. We're providing extra information. Now let's look at the bottom. It was such a good movie that I want to watch it again. Okay, it's the same as this top example, but I've included the movie, so I'm using such. The final example is, she is such a nice person that she tries to help everyone. She is such a nice person that she tries to help everyone. Okay, this is the extra information about her being very nice. Okay, so does that make sense so far? Does everybody follow so far? All right, so we're just adding extra information regarding my adjective, regarding the noun as well. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Anybody who's watching during the replay as well, if you have any questions regarding this, just leave them in the comment section. And if you're watching on the replay and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you do that as well. And IFS, you've given me a thumbs up. So it looks like we're good to go, right? So today's lesson, that's all the grammar I'm going to go over. The rest of the lesson is going to be just you making sentences. So today's lesson is great for practicing your speaking. So if we look at the review that we already did, so it says, we learned that my apartment is so small. My apartment is so small. Now, if I wanted to add information to that, so my apartment is so small, and next thing I need to put is that plus a subject plus a verb. Now, what extra information could we give about this? For example, for me, maybe I would say, my apartment is so small that I want to find a new place to live. My apartment is so small that I want to find a new place to live. Okay, so let's do number 2 and 3 from this example together, and then we'll move to the main part of the lesson. Number 2, we know that the answer was such. I had such a bad sleep yesterday. Now, I want you to finish the sentence using that, a subject and a verb. All right, so please leave your answer in the comment section. If you're watching on the replay, please leave your answer in the comment section as well, and I will check your answers. So I had such a bad sleep yesterday that subject verb. Okay, so leave your answers for this in the comment section. I had such a bad sleep yesterday. Okay, so remember, we are going to be using that plus the subject plus a verb. I had such a bad sleep yesterday that. So that means, yesterday's sleep was horrible. I had such a bad sleep yesterday. What would your answer for this be? Please complete it with that, a subject, and a verb. Okay, if we don't have any answers, I'll put my answer on here. Okay. Oh, we've got one answer here from XYZ. I had such a bad sleep yesterday that I can't stay awake. Perfect. Perfect. Great answer. Great answer. Dio says, I had such a bad sleep yesterday that I'm so sleepy now. Wow, great. You used such and so 2 times here. Perfect. That was a great answer. Okay. What about number 3? Let's look at number 3. Your handwriting, we know is so messy. Your handwriting is so messy. And then let's continue with that. And then a subject and a verb. Your handwriting is so messy that all right, what would you say here? Remember, messy, if you don't remember what it means from our previous lesson, messy means that it's not organized, it's not clean, it is, we don't say dirty, but we would just say not kind of organized and proper. So here, the handwriting is messy. All right, what would your answer be for here? Your handwriting is so messy that and leave your answers in the comments section. Okay, and I'll put my answer. I'm going to put a funny one in here for you. All right, let's see. Let me fix this part. Okay, here's a unique answer here. Your handwriting is so messy that it looks like chicken scratch. Chicken scratch. We'll go back to my answer. We got a couple of other ones here. Dio says, your handwriting is so messy that I have no idea what you want to express. Wow, very good. Perfect grammar. Perfect grammar. XYZ, your handwriting is so messy that I can't read it. Perfect. Perfect. Now, if we go back to mine says, your handwriting is so messy that it looks like chicken scratch. Chicken scratch is basically, imagine that if a chicken is writing, it just looks like scratches on a piece of paper. If a chicken is walking on the ground, his footprints they're just scratches. So this is kind of an old slang, very, very old slang. It just means messy. So your handwriting is so messy that it looks like chicken scratch. It just means very, very messy. And we only use this chicken scratch to talk about handwriting. We never use it to talk about anything else. You only use it to talk about handwriting. Tia has an answer here. Your handwriting is so messy that it looks like a dog wrote it. Nice, nice. Yeah, so similar. We're using animals here. Okay, that was our warm-up. Now we're going to move to a little bit more difficult. I'm not going to give you the sentence. I'm just going to give you a few words. So your job is you're going to make a complete sentence. You can choose so, you can choose such, and use that plus some type of result or extra information. I will give you the theme only. For example, the number 1 says we're talking about a day, it's clear, and it's 25 degrees Celsius. With that information, please make a sentence using so or such, and then also include the result, include that subject and verb. All right, so this is just your inspiration. This is just your theme. You make your own original sentence, including the result. Tia, also, welcome, by the way. Welcome to the lesson. It seems like you jumped right in knowing what you're doing. That is great. All right, we've got day, clear, 25. And I'm going to give my own answers as well. One of my students at my school actually asked me, she wanted to actually hear my answers as well. So I'll be putting mine up here as well, but I'm going to give people time to type in their own answer so I don't take anybody's answer from them. Now, you don't have to use the words on the screen. This is, again, just the theme. It's the inspiration for your sentence. And because these are all sort of situational training scenarios, people who are watching on the replay, you probably will have a different answer from other people. And if you do, you always should be leaving it in the comment section. I'll give a couple more seconds before I jump in and give my answer. This looks actually, sounds like a perfect day. 25 degrees, clear. That means it probably has blue skies. It's day, so it's daytime maybe. All right, I'm going to put my answer here, and then when everybody put your answer as well, I'll help to start it off. The first thought that came into in my mind was, it is such a gorgeous day that I don't want to go to work. It is such a gorgeous day that I don't want to go to work. All right. Does anybody have a different answer? And honestly, whenever there's a day like that, it's 25 degrees, it's clear, blue skies. Yeah, it's tough. I always want to kind of stay home, or not stay home, maybe go to the beach or enjoy my roof terrace. And for anybody who is just sort of watching and listening, and you understand the first one, you can see the second question is already there. The second theme is already there. The second theme says cake. So if you want to start thinking about that answer as well, then please do so. So you can see two of the scenarios written right there. And I'll give everybody just a few more seconds before I move on to the next one. All right, and then don't worry if I do move on and you still want to share your answer for a previous one, that is completely fine. You can do that. We've got an answer here from Dio. It was good. It was such a beautiful day that I can enjoy having lunch at a park. All right, so be careful here because your beginning part of the sentence is past tense and the second part of the sentence is present tense. So we want to make sure that the verbs will match. Could. Very good. Very good. So you changed the can to could. So it was such a beautiful day that I could enjoy having lunch at a park. Perfect. Perfect. Nothing like having, a nice lunch or picnic at a park. Okay, let's try number 2. I've just got the simple word cake. The simple word of just cake. All right, using cake, using so or such, so and such, plus that subject and verb, what would your sentence be? What is your longer sentence? Okay. So we've got cake here, and I'll put my answer on the screen as well here for everybody who is just kind of just watching the lesson. Cake, you can have many things for cake. That's just my inspiration. I could say the cake was so chocolatey that I was in heaven. Cake was so chocolatey that I was in heaven. I love chocolate cakes. So definitely a nice chocolatey, gooey, fudgy cake is for me. If I'm eating that, I'm definitely in heaven. All right. What are your answers? Anybody who's watching right now, what is your answer for this? All right, we got an answer from XYZ. It was such a disgusting cake that I know that's a typo, that I couldn't finish it. Wow, yeah, that would be unfortunate. It was such a disgusting cake. So disgusting here means not good, it means very, very bad. So it was such a disgusting cake that I couldn't finish it. I've had a couple of cakes like that. In Canada and in America. We often have the Christmas cakes, like cakes that go around Christmas. They're called fruit cakes, and they're very, very heavy. They're very dense, and honestly, they're not good at all. Nobody likes them, but somehow you always seem to get one during Christmas. Dio has an answer. It is so huge cake that I can't eat all. Okay, so in this one here, because you've got cake at the middle, that's your noun. So we need to have such. It is such a huge cake that I can't eat it all. Right? It's such a huge cake that I can't eat it all. All right, because you have that word, because you have cake, definitely you need to add the word such, not so. If you began the sentence with as cake, for example, in my example sentence, I began with the word cake. So in that situation, then I could use so plus an adjective. All right, so it is such a huge cake that I can't eat it all. I can't eat it all. All right. Very good. Very good. All right, let's go to the next one. We've got movie. What sentence could you make with movie? So we're going to be using so or such plus an adjective and either an adjective and noun, and then give me some extra information. All right, so the movie. I haven't gone to the movies for a long time. I think the last movie I went to was Top Gun. The Maverick, which is the second part of Top Gun. And if I'm thinking of that movie, then I think my sentence would be Maverick was such a great movie that I have seen it 5 times. Maverick was such a good movie that I have seen it 5 times. Actually, I have no idea how many times I've seen it. I can watch it on, I believe, Netflix or Disney or something now. So I do watch it quite a bit. Sorry, you were going to talk about Maverick too, but you can say something about Tom Cruise. You can say something about Tom Cruise. You can say something about the action, maybe the intensity or intense. And then people who want to go to the next one, you can see we've got a sentence here: view from my hotel, view from my hotel. And let's do another example. So that was a good example, Maverick. It was such a scary movie that I had nightmares for days. It was such a scary movie that I had nightmares for days. I am a huge horror movie fan. Love it. I love horror movies. My parents used to always take me, or they would always rent horror movies, and sometimes we would go to horror movies together. So I became trained to love horror movies. All right, and let's move on to the next one. If you have another answer, just please share it, and I'll definitely go back to that as well. Number 4, we've got view from my hotel. View from my hotel. So in this one here, make sure you have an answer with so and such. If you use such, don't forget it's with a noun. If you're using with so, then just an adjective and some extra information as well. And I'll put my answer down here as well. For me, if I'm thinking view from my hotel, the last hotel I went to was in Hawaii, and the view from my hotel was so breathtaking that I didn't want to come home. The view of the hotel was so breathtaking that I didn't want to come home. This is true. I didn't want to come home. All right. Who else has an answer here that they want to share? All right. XYZ has an answer here. The view was so beautiful that I took many pics, many pictures. Nice. Yes, I did that too, actually. I took a lot of pictures when I was on vacation. Okay. And if anybody else has answers, just keep adding them as we move on. We're gonna probably do like maybe 6 or 7 more. We'll try to keep today's lesson about an hour today. I usually go a little bit longer, but today we'll try to do it about 1 hour lesson. So next is concert. Concert. And now we've been using a lot of these similar kind of adjectives. We've been saying, oh, it's nice, it's great, it's beautiful. But remember, we can use so many different adjectives. Try to think of concert and what are all the adjectives that you think of. Like, for instance, for me, I would think of loud. You know, loud was one adjective. Maybe packed. Packed is another adjective. You know, of course, amazing is the easy one, right? That's, any concert you go to, most likely it'll be amazing. It's probably going to be packed, loud, expensive, long. Maybe the concert was really long. There's so many different adjectives we can use. So don't always use the same. It was good. It was so good. It was so great. Let's try challenging ourselves and making, more difficult sense using words that we don't usually use. So I've given you 5 adjectives here. Try using one of these and make a sentence. Dio has an answer for the previous one. It was such an amazing view from my hotel that I wanted to share it with Instagram. Yes. Good. And here with Instagram, technically the grammar is perfect. I might even just say share it on Instagram. We often share things on social media sites. So on is also okay. With is fine as well. All right. And next, we're going to be looking at the concert. I've given a bunch of adjectives. So let's move this up a little bit so it's easier for everybody to see. There we go. That might be a little easier. I've got loud, I've got packed, I've got amazing, I've got expensive, I've got long. What does packed mean? Does anybody know what packed means? So in this situation, all right, before I answer that, XYZ is given an answer here. The concert was so loud that I can't hear today. Yes, great sentence, great sentence. YFS, so many people. Yes, packed means so many people. Packed means so many people. Yes, good job, YFS. And there we go. The concert was so packed that it decided to leave there earlier. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. I decided to leave there early. That's an excellent sentence, Excellent. One of my sentences is similar to what XYZ was going to say. One of my sentences is, and I think it's kind of an interesting sentence. The concert was so loud that my ears are still ringing. The concert was so loud that my ears are still ringing. Okay, so this means that, if you watch or if you listen to something that's really loud, you have that kind of noise coming from your ear. And in English, we call that, it's a ringing in my ears, maybe a tone that you can still hear something in your ears. So usually after you listen to something very, very loud. All right, YFS says the concert was so amazing that I can't forget it. I can't forget it. The concert was so amazing that I can't forget it. Don't forget to have the pronoun at the end, the object it. You can't forget it. Okay, let's move on. We've got minus 25 degrees Celsius. minus 25 degrees Celsius. What is your answer for this? Degrees Celsius, minus 25 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Sorry. I lived in the US for a long time, and that was the thing. I could never figure out Fahrenheit. I think it's like 38 degrees Celsius is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. But when you get into the minuses, I don't know. Okay, so leave your answers in the comments section. Minus 25. I've experienced that before. I'm originally from Canada. I have experienced that. So I'll give you a sentence. It was so cold that my car wouldn't start. It was so cold that my car wouldn't start. This is very common in Canada. If you're anywhere in a cold area, if the temperature is too cold, your car will not start. XYZ has an answer. It is so uncomfortable that I want to die. Oh no. Minus 25 degrees Celsius. Yes, if you are out in that type of weather, yeah, it's not fun. It is not fun at all. It does feel very bad. But not that you want to die, I think. Dio says it was such a freezing day that I could see the Northern Lights. I could see the Northern Lights. The Northern Lights are a specific light. They're a specific noun, so we use the. Yeah, most likely if it's that cold, you're probably very north, and there's a good chance you can see the Northern Lights. Or what is the other word for Northern Lights? There's another word we use for Northern Lights. YFS says it was so cold that I couldn't stay still. It's true. You have to keep warm, right? So you have to keep moving around. Northern Lights. What's another word for Northern Lights? Northern Lights are that green and teal lights that are in the sky in the wintertime. You can usually see it in the north part of Canada. You can probably see it in Alaska and Finland. And we can call them Northern Lights, but we also have another name for them. And I'll put it in the comment section, actually. They're called the aurora. Aurora. And there's actually a long word for it. It's not just aurora. It's called aurora borealis. The aurora borealis. Let me just make sure I can spell this correctly. There we go. Aurora borealis. I'll put it onto the screen there. So another name for Northern Lights is that. Yes. Yo, nice. The aurora is amazing. I've seen it once in my life. It is amazing. Let's go to the next one. Puzzle. Give me a sentence with puzzle using so and such. Right? So and such plus that plus a subject and then a verb. So we're going to be doing all right, so and such, that plus a subject and then a verb. We've got puzzle. Now, this can be any type of puzzle. Maybe it's a word puzzle. Maybe it is a type of puzzle problem, or maybe it's a jigsaw puzzle. My sister is very, very into puzzles. She loves doing puzzles. I like puzzles too. I think they're fun, but they're challenging. So let's make a sentence using so and such. Again, anybody's watching the replay as well, leave your sentences in the comment section and I will check them. The more often you are writing your English, speaking your English, the faster you will improve. So it's up to you. Make sure you do it if you want to improve. All right. So and such, that subject and a verb. We're going to be using the concept. The theme is puzzle, and I'll give my answer in a second. I'll wait for everybody to give an answer. YFS says, it is so confusing that my brain melts. Yes. Perfect sentence. Perfect sentence. Yes, I like that. For me, my sentence for this, my answer would be the puzzle was so hard that it took me a month to finish it. The puzzle was so hard that it took me a month to finish it. So it was a very challenging puzzle. Adio says the puzzle is so complicated that I hope I will not give up. Yeah, not such, so. If you want to put puzzle after complicated, that would be okay. You could say it is such a complicated puzzle. It is such a complicated puzzle. That would be okay. So let me put that on the screen for you so it's easier for you to see. It was such a complicated puzzle that. So complicated is an adjective. So after the adjective, we do need to have a noun. So you can say it is so complicated. That is also okay. All right, and let's keep moving. So let's do 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, 10. And then maybe number 11 we can do for homework. 8, 9, 10, 11 we can do for homework. Yo, you are very welcome. You're very welcome. All right, the novel. What is your answer for the novel? All right, what are your answers for this? The novel. Novel is a type of book. So make a sentence describing the book and then giving me some extra information about it. I haven't read a novel in a long time. I bought one recently. I forget what it's called. I have it around here somewhere. I think it's called The President's Daughter. And I bought it because Bill Clinton was one of the writers. That's the former president of the US. But I haven't even started reading it yet, so I need to. All right, so we've got the novel. And we've got XYZ says, it is so long that I'll never finish it. It is so long that I'll never finish it. Yeah. Some novels are so long that, yeah, it's tough to finish. Maybe novels that are 500, 600 pages. That is quite difficult to finish. Let's put my answer. Let's say the book was so thrilling that I couldn't put it down. The book was so thrilling that I couldn't put it down. All right, that would be my answer. The book was so thrilling that I couldn't put it down. That means this book was so good that I continued to keep it in my hands. I just wanted to keep reading and keep reading. I couldn't stop reading it. YFS says, it was so interesting that I couldn't sleep. Nice. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's keep moving now. Let's go to number 9. You're at a party. You're at a party. That's your next situation. You're at a party. What would your answer be for this? You're at a party. I actually go to a lot of parties. I like parties. Maybe my answer, the party was so quiet that everyone felt uncomfortable. The party was so quiet that everyone felt uncomfortable. Okay, YFS says, the party was so boring that I wanted to leave. I wanted to leave. So make sure your verbs match. Okay, let's do one more. We're going to do one more, and that'll bring us to the hour. And after that, number 11 will be for homework. Number 11 will be for homework. So, number 10. YFS, good job correcting yourself. The party was so boring that I wanted to leave. Very good. All right, number 10, you went to the gym. You went to the gym. Now, this is just the theme. It can mean that you're still there. Maybe you're already at home. What would your sentence be for this? You went to the gym. And I have my sentence. I will put that in a little bit. I'll give people some time to share their answers. All right, so I went to the gym. All right, Dio has an answer for number 9. It was such a heartwarming party that my family and friends were touched. Wow. Excellent sentence. Excellent sentence. Very, very good. It was such a heartwarming party that my family and friends were touched. Excellent. Very good grammar, good vocabulary. Great sentence, Dio. And for the next one, you went to the gym. Let's put my answer here. My answer, I am so sore that I can't. I'm so sore that I can't move. I'm so sore that I can't move. All right, here, sore means I'm in pain. Okay, so I'm so sore. That means my muscles are aching. YFS says the gym training was so hard that I had a muscle ache. Muscle ache. Yeah, so muscle ache is fine. The gym training was so hard that I had a muscle. Okay, that's okay. Technically, that grammar is fine, but we don't really say muscle ache in English. Instead of muscle ache, we are usually going to be saying sore. Sore. Yeah, you could say my arms are so sore. My body is so sore. So that is going to be a little bit more common. So my answer on the screen, sore, is probably more common instead of muscle ache. All right, so you went to the gym. I'm so sore that I can't move. So the gym training was so hard that I am so sore, maybe. Joe has an answer. The gym was so packed that I couldn't use the machines. The machines. Probably here, machine should be plural. It should be plural because there's probably more than one machine. Or if it's just one machine, then you would say the gym was so packed that I couldn't use the chest machine, chest press machine, or the shoulder machine, or the leg machine. Then we have to be specific, but maybe just put an S. The gym was so packed that I couldn't use the machines. That means all of the machines. YFS, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Sore, yeah. Sore is any type of sort of muscle pain. And it doesn't have to be only muscle pain. Let's say that you go walking, you go for a hike, and your feet, like let's say you walked for 1 hour, or you're working and you're standing for 1 hour. So your feet are not feeling good. Maybe your lower back is not feeling good. So here we would say sore. My lower back is sore. My feet are sore. Now, if it's actually pain, then we could say hurt. I hurt my shoulder. I hurt my hand. That means it's a type of injury. The word injured is not really commonly used in conversation. Injured or injury is more used for athletes. And yes, the machines, perfect. Okay, well done, well done. Okay, so number 11, I'm going to leave for homework. Number 11, I'm going to leave for homework. I want everybody who is either watching live right now with me or who is watching on the replay, I want you to look at this situation. It says you cannot solve the math problem. I want you to make a sentence using so plus an adjective or such adjective noun, and then give me some extra information about that using that, and then a subject, and then a verb. Okay, so number 11 will be for homework. Put it into the comment section. You can either do it right now if you want, if you're watching live right now, or if you're watching in the replay, you can do it later after when you have time. Also, if there are any questions that you don't understand something about this lesson, or if you have a question about English, people on the replay, just ask me in the comment section. But people who are with me right now, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer you. And if anybody wants a copy of this PDF of this lesson, just let me know, and I will figure out a way to get that lesson to you. YFS today, I liked your short videos that you posted today. Yeah, today I posted a couple of short videos. It's sort of how to make small talk for business. It's just a short video. It's actually really good to practice your speaking. It's a dialogue style lesson where I will speak one part of the dialogue, and then you will speak the other part. So thank you, YFS. I'm glad you liked it. I hope you spoke along with me during that lesson. I'm not good at making small talk, so I appreciated it. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Small talk is always something that a lot of my students will ask me to help them with. So yeah, there's 2 of them, so you can play both parts of that lesson. So make sure you do both sides. So watch both of those shorts and definitely read along. So in that short video, I'm going to read part of the lesson, you read the other. So I'll be reading red, you would be reading the black part. But make sure you're actually speaking out loud at home. That way you will improve your speaking, your speed, your fluency, and your pronunciation. Great, IFS. You are very, very welcome. Any other questions? Dio has a comment here. I will try to use small talk tomorrow at my office. That's great. That's great. It's amazing how much small talk we do. Like Americans, Canadians, we love to engage in small talk. And it's very light conversations. Weather will be, a very easy topic. Current events, of course, stay away from some topics. Don't talk about politics or religion. But good luck tomorrow. You can do it. Your sentences today were amazing, so you'll have no problem. Okay, so if nobody has any questions, well, let's wrap it up there. Remember, number 11 is your homework. Make sure you do that. Leave your answers in the comment section. YFS, I did, but I needed to do a couple times to say it in a short time until your turn comes. Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. A short video, like I said, it's a speaking practice where I'll put sentences in red and in black. And today I'm reading the red part, you read the black part. But it is a 60-second, 1 minute short video. We all know YouTube shorts are only 60 seconds. So there is a lot of things you have to read in a short time. But just pause it, make you say it, and then unpause. And then try it again. Do it a couple times so you build your speed up. And you're trying to say it at the same speed as me. So yeah, definitely try doing it a few times. Pause the video. That's always the easiest. Yes, yes, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, guys, let's end it there. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today we was a part 2 lesson, so and such, and then we extended that sentence. We added extra information by using that, a subject and a verb, right? So it's always good to be able to speak in long sentences. So this was a good lesson to practice that. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for joining and watching the lesson. Make sure you do all your homework. Leave it in the comment section. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel as well. My next live will be on Saturday and then on Sunday as well. I will post the times on my channel. Most likely Saturday will be in the morning, I believe. I might do it in the afternoon. Sunday is definitely in the morning. All right, guys, thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next lesson. See ya.